Here at the fortress in Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Absolutely phenomenal view, especially at this time of day. It's the late afternoon. Sunset is upcoming. Gorgeous fall scenery here. It's just breathtaking. You know, one nice thing about the city that can make it hard to navigate a little bit is the fact that you can just, off the main road, pick a side and you can take a random hike and end up with a view like this one. However, the fog is quite strong, and it's probably because of the pollution. This has to be the second most polluted city I've been to after Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and maybe this is one of the reasons, the smoke that you see here. Otherwise, in Kyrgyzstan it was so bad that I would, sorry to say, but clean my nose and I'd see black stuff that's coming out of my nose. It hasn't happened in this city, but yes, in the winter it's quite tough. I did not expect it because, you know, this country is quite known for the scenery, the nature and so on, but seems like the pollution aspect is not in check. Nonetheless, it's still beautiful. In terms of the country itself, the people, Itako Dalie. The last thing that I expected to see today is a Burek King. I saw my first one in Serbia in quite a random place, and this one seems to be in a random place too. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just chilling in Trebinje. Charming little town, honestly, in the Serbian part of Bosnia. Maybe called the Serbian Republic in English. Honestly fled to this town because of the pollution in Sarajevo, and the winter was unbearable. Even though my last days in Sarajevo, the weather was improving, but I thought maybe it improved briefly. So I came to a town with less cars and a different kind of geography. But honestly, it feels kind of worse here. Hopefully it's just temporary, and whatever is causing this pollution, even in a small town, is going to dissipate. For the time being, I'm just enjoying the charming town, focusing on work. Oh, don't mind me, I just got closer to the water. But you're not gonna see my reflection. So don't even try. A lot of ducks here. It's tough to see them from this distance though. Let me zoom in for you. There we go. Those are Nemanja, Dragan, and of course Uroš. State-of-the-art basketball court fused with a tennis court. So when you see such state-of-the-art facilities in small towns, you understand why these countries export so many talented basketball players and footballers. Itako Dalie, and of course they're genetically gifted. I mean, Bosnia may be the tallest country in the world. Man, this is one of the most breathtaking views of Trebinje. I mean, I wish it was sunnier for this to be more gorgeous, but you know what? There's actually a unique beauty only when we have these cloudy days. I mean, look at this greenery here. We got the creek, you know, doing some action here. Absolutely fantastic. No doubt about that. No doubt. You know, it's been weeks for me in Trebinje, but it's my first time checking out this beautiful but simple bridge. It's because I've been busy and finished a bunch of work, and now I can work less. Nice and sunny today. It's absolutely phenomenal. The clear weather, the sun, the greenery under the water, which I haven't seen in my life. Something like this before. The ducks, do you know what I mean? This is exactly what I needed, do you know what I mean? And I wonder what kind of real estate in terms of the prices exist here. Not that I can afford any at the moment, but still I'm curious about this. Otherwise, you know, it's just phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? Come out here and have your soul healed of all its worries and problems. Itako Dalie. I was quite taken aback by this modern architecture here. You have a couple modern homes, especially the one to the left. Must be absolutely gorgeous to be here. Up close and personal with the water here, as we take a look at the bridge from a distance, yet again. You know, you need days like these, like a slap in the face to remember while you travel, do you know what I mean? Much needed day here. Absolutely gorgeous, you know, so calm. A breath of fresh air compared to Sarajevo, literally speaking, do you know what I mean? Love Sarajevo a lot, but the situation right now with the weather is not the best over there. Absolutely gorgeous. Stumbled across one of many cemeteries I've seen in this city, well, at least two so far. But really, I'd like to get up to that church over there. I didn't know it's going to be that high. I don't know if people physically hike up there. Do they take like a little, whatever it's called, the cable car, or do people drive up there? I may try to get up there, but if I fail, I'm content with just being, you know, on the flatlands. The hike was much easier than it looks. This is something I learned from Sarajevo, I think. This is a view you can't see from the flattest part of the city, of course. And there you have it. Remember the bridge we were on? Now it's in the center of the shot. You know, I don't think that the video is doing justice to how HD this view looks with this clear weather, no smog, no fog, no nothing. You know, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now these hills, if I'm identifying them correctly and they are not mountains, you know, they are quite reminiscent of maybe Arizona. You know, maybe the Palm Springs area, Palm Desert of California, maybe Nevada, maybe Colorado. I know I'm mentioning a lot of states and they have different, you know, basically features, but I don't know, if I were to pick one, I'd say, I don't know, maybe Nevada. It's so interesting how you can be so far from a specific spot in the world, yet it can be so reminiscent. I mean, honestly, a lot of these vibes kind of remind me of Georgia, especially this bridge. Here is a continuation of the view I have just bestowed upon you. Whenever I see these vast green spaces where farming obviously occurs, I keep having this southern style, you know, slow guitar music playing in my head. Sometimes I even play it and listen to it as I'm looking at these views to put myself in the zone a little bit, even though this region has nothing to do with that kind of music. Sure, they have adopted it in some ways in their music, but it's not really classical or typical of this region. Okay, so I just came out of the church, and honestly, from the inside, it's like any other small church you may have seen in the region, either yourself or through my videos. And honestly, it was too small and there was a receptionist, so it was dark. I couldn't really film inside comfortably. But I mean that the journey is what counts. On a side note, this looks like it could have been part of like a guillotine that's been disassembled now. So I'm descending back into, let's say, the city, and yeah, this was the way I came up. Now I'm going down. It's quite steep, really. You know, the funniest thing is, you know how woodsy it looks here? I didn't come across any animals here, but in the church area there was a black dog that came out of nowhere, but it just really stared at me. I think nothing happened. I walked off. I didn't change my pace. Everything was fine. Just when you think Trebinje is out of tricks, it keeps shocking you and shocking you and shocking you with such beautiful vistas. Do you know what I mean? So if you are touring Bosnia, do yourself a favour and just pass by this town, at least for a day. I don't think you're going to regret it. Just absolutely gorgeous work, guys. Look at this. This may be my favourite small town in the region. Not that I've been to many, but still, it's so clean.